Good evening. Tonight we turn our attention to a city that has become the epicenter of a national crisis, Los Angeles. Once known for its glitz, glamour, and endless opportunity, the City of Angels now finds itself at the heart of a storm that threatens the very fabric of our nation. The streets that once bustled with hope and ambition are now filled with uncertainty and unrest. What's happening in Los Angeles is no longer just an immigration issue. It's something far more serious. It's an invasion unfolding in real time before our eyes. The sheer scale of the demonstrations, the intensity of the emotions, and the open defiance of law and order have pushed the city to a breaking point. These are not isolated incidents, but a coordinated movement that challenges the authority of our government and the sovereignty of our borders. Foreign nationals, emboldened and organized, are waving the flags of other countries in the heart of an American city. They're not simply voicing grievances, they're attacking federal property, clashing with law enforcement, and vandalizing symbols of our nation. This is not a peaceful protest. It's a hostile takeover, a direct challenge to the rule of law and the principles that hold our society together. The situation has become so dire, so unprecedented, that 700 US Marines are being deployed, not to a distant battlefield overseas, but right here on American soil in Los Angeles. Their mission, to protect law enforcement and federal property. This is a moment of truth for America. The time for endless debate and indecision has passed. Now we must act with resolve and unity. It is time to take the gloves off. Our nation stands at a crossroads, and the choices we make in the coming days will define who we are as a people. The founders of this country faced existential threats of their own, and they did not hesitate to defend the Republic. They understood that the survival of America depended on courage, conviction, and a willingness to stand up for what is right. Today, we are called to do the same. What happens next in Los Angeles could determine the future of our republic. The world is watching. Our response will echo through history, shaping the destiny of our nation for generations to come. The first and most urgent step is clear. Close the borders, completely without hesitation or delay. This is not a time for half measures or incremental changes. It's a moment that demands decisive action, a line drawn in the sand. Every entry point, every crossing, every loophole must be shut down. The message must be unmistakable. The United States is no longer open to illegal entry, and our borders are not up for negotiation. Finish the wall, every single mile, from the Pacific Ocean all the way to the Gulf of America. No gaps, no unfinished sections, no excuses. The wall must be a continuous, unbroken barrier, an unmistakable symbol of our resolve. For too long, we've relied on partial solutions and temporary fixes. Now it's time to complete the job, to make it clear that our borders are not just lines on a map, but real, physical boundaries that will be defended. Where a wall isn't enough, where the terrain is too rugged or the threat too great, deploy the military. Not just as a show of force, but with clear, robust rules of engagement. Our soldiers must be empowered to act decisively to protect our nation's sovereignty and security. This is not about militarizing the border for its own sake, but about ensuring that every inch is defended, every threat deterred. Authorize the use of lethal force to defend our sovereignty. This is a matter of national security, and our response must be unambiguous. Those who seek to cross illegally must know that the consequences are real and that our commitment to defending our borders is absolute. The message to the world must be crystal clear. Do not attempt to cross into the United States illegally. The risk is simply too high, and the era of open borders is over. We will not tolerate lawlessness or exploitation at our borders any longer. Once that security is in place, we must take decisive action. We must deport every person who is here illegally. No exceptions, no amnesty, and no special treatment. The law must be enforced consistently, and we cannot allow loopholes or selective enforcement to undermine the integrity of our immigration system. This is not about targeting individuals, but about upholding the laws that protect our nation and its citizens. The law must apply equally to everyone, regardless of background or circumstance. Justice demands that we treat all people fairly, and that means enforcing our immigration laws without favoritism or prejudice. Our courts and legal system are built on the principle that no one is above the law, and that principle must guide our actions. We won't split up families. Instead, we'll ensure that families are deported together as a single unit. The process will be humane and respectful, recognizing the importance of family bonds, but also the necessity of upholding our laws. No child will be left behind, and no parent will be separated from their loved ones. The journey home will be made together as one family with dignity. Birthright citizenship for children of illegal aliens is a misinterpretation of the 14th Amendment. The original intent of the amendment was to grant citizenship to those subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, not to those who enter the country unlawfully. It's time to clarify and restore the true meaning of our Constitution, ensuring that citizenship is reserved for those who follow the legal path. If you are a child of illegal immigrants, then you are also an illegal. I don't care where you were born. Every family will have the opportunity to prepare for their return, to gather their belongings and to make the journey together, supported by officials who will ensure their safety and dignity throughout the process. It's the only way to restore order and fairness in our immigration system, to protect our communities, and to honor the principles that make our nation strong. By standing together, enforcing our laws, and treating every family with dignity, we can build a future where justice and order prevail for all. American communities have paid the price for illegal immigration for decades. It's time for restitution. Seize all assets of illegal immigrants, bank accounts, vehicles, property. Sell them at public auction. Use the proceeds to finish the wall and repay the towns, hospitals, and schools that have suffered most. The message: if you come here illegally, you will not profit. You will leave with nothing. This is about justice and restoring respect for the law. Illegal immigration is fueled by companies that knowingly hire illegal workers for cheap labor. The penalty must be absolute. Any company caught employing illegal immigrants will have all assets seized and sold. The proceeds fund the wall and restitution for harmed communities. This flips the incentive. Hiring illegal labor becomes corporate suicide. Law-abiding businesses benefit. The economic magnet for illegal immigration disappears. This isn't anti-business, it's pro-American worker. Make it impossible for corporations to profit from breaking the law. Illegal immigration thrives on a network of enablers: landlords, homeowners, and organizations providing shelter. Anyone found knowingly housing illegal immigrants will have their property seized and auctioned. The proceeds go to border security and victim compensation. Landlords and activists will think twice when their own homes are at stake. True compassion is for law-abiding citizens, not lawbreakers. Eliminate the entire ecosystem that sustains illegal immigration. No job, no shelter, no incentive to stay illegally. If you want a better life, then do it legally. Elected officials who create sanctuary policies or fund illegal immigration are betraying their oath. You are supporting a foreign invasion. This is not a policy disagreement, it's treason. Any official supporting sanctuary measures must be removed from office and charged accordingly. No more hiding behind rhetoric. Your record is your indictment. This is how we restore faith in government. No one is above the law. Declaring a city a sanctuary is a crime against the nation. There must be consequences. The unelected bureaucracy has sabotaged immigration enforcement from within. Bureaucrats who create or enforce policies aiding illegal immigrants must be fired, stripped of pensions, and charged with sedition. This is sedition against the constitutional order. We need a top-to-bottom audit of every agency. Identify and prosecute those who undermine the law. This is how you drain the swamp, not with speeches but with indictments. The administrative state must be held accountable. Many foreign governments export their problems to us, then refuse to take their citizens back. The solution: any country refusing to accept its citizens will be charged $10,000 per day per person, deducted from foreign aid or seized from assets. Embassy properties, state-owned assets. Nothing is off the table. Suddenly, paperwork delays vanish and deportations happen fast. Also put in place a travel ban for any country that refuses to take back their citizens who have entered our country illegally. America must use its economic power to enforce its laws. Their citizens, their responsibility. Our prisons are filled with illegal immigrants who committed additional crimes. The policy, immediate permanent deportation for any illegal immigrant in jail, No more taxpayer-funded incarceration. Their sentence is suspended upon deportation. They forfeit any right to remain here. This frees up prison space, saves billions, and protects Americans. Public safety demands their removal. Sanctuary cities and states are in rebellion against federal law. The federal government must cut off all funding to any jurisdiction refusing to cooperate with immigration authorities. No more money for roads, schools, or housing until full compliance. Political pressure will force sanctuary policies to collapse. This is not federal overreach, it's constitutional supremacy. We cannot have 50 different immigration policies. The law of the land must be enforced everywhere. This is an invasion, and it must be treated as such. The steps outlined are a blueprint for national survival. Aggressive, uncompromising, and necessary. To do less is to surrender the country. America is more than land. It's a people, a culture, and a set of laws. We welcome legal immigrants who want to become Americans. These measures are anti-illegal immigrant, pro-law, and pro-citizen. The choice is ours. Let's defend our country and our future. In conclusion, this is no longer an issue of illegal immigration. This is an invasion. We have foreign nationals who have illegally entered this country and are flying the flags of their home country while burning down our cities and attacking federal authorities and federal property. This needs to be dealt with as an invasion, just as if it was a foreign military invasion. Continuing to follow the path we are on will lead to the end of this great country. We are being invaded. This is one of the reasons for the Second Amendment. How do you think the Founding Fathers would handle foreign nationals waving foreign flags while setting fires in the streets? Does this sound harsh? Yes, it is harsh, but so is letting millions of people into this country who don't belong here. This is not about being anti-immigrant. This is about being anti-illegal immigrant. You want to come here and be part of America? Then come here legally. Just about every American has ancestors who were immigrants, but I know mine came here legally, as did most of them. Right now, we have millions who have come here illegally and don't want to become part of our society. If they did, they would not be flying the Mexican flag. They want to make America like the garbage pit they came from. We cannot let that happen. We need to deport anyone here illegally, and if you want to try and help them, maybe you should go with them.